DeWitt's the man who called me down here. His daughter's missing. Well, she and his grandson. Not many details in his letter. It's enough to pique my interest and to take him down here. How could I say no? Meeting Mr. DeWitt at the station later on today. It's good to have this case.
Lieutenant Bartell?
Yes?
Henry DeWitt. Welcome to Custom City.
Thank you, sir.
Was the ride all right?
It was pretty remarkable.
Good, good.
Why is that good, sir?
Well, when things are remarkable down here, it's usually, well, not good.
That's hard to believe.
That's Oklahoma for you, son. Come on, the sun's setting. It's getting late. We get back to my place to discuss fees.
And the case.
Now, here, let me get one of those, sir.
Of course. You just take this one, and I'll take the other.
Bricks?
Just some detective implements and a change of underwear.
All right. You don't mind walking, do you?
No, I can manage.
Good. We'll see if I can. Here's my tailor in. Decided to get you on foot, you know.
All right. It's a good piece of information to have.
Yeah, you got the train station here, the grocery, the bar, the druggist. All these houses up and down Main Street. Well, you know, I can't say it all.
Katie's former husband. And faint idea what type of character he'll go and be. Mr. James? Martin James. Mr. James, my name is Sam Bartell. I'm a private detective investigating the disappearance of your former wife, Katie DeWitt James, and your son. I'm wondering if I might ask you a couple of questions. I know you're in there, Mr. James, and I know how you're feeling. You're feeling betrayed, aren't you, Mr. James? Betrayed that your wife divorced you. Well, it's understandable to feel that way, Mr. James. Everything Mr. DeWitt told me indicates that you are a good man. Even this property, well tended as it is, points to the conclusion that you are thoughtful, caring, and decent. So why would your wife put down under divorce papers that you were ill-suited to care for your son? I've got no reason to believe that you were, and every reason to believe that you were a good, kind father. So it had to be something else then, didn't it, Mr. James? There had to be some other reason why your wife wanted that divorce.
Right.
Mr. James.
Come in.
Thank you, sir.
Fine.
No, it's all right. I've shed my share of tears over women, too. Not necessarily. I know what Mr. DeWitt told me, and what I can surmise based on my own life.
Well, what's that?
Your wife, Katie, insisted that the reason for your divorce was your unsuitability to be a father.
Correct.
But that wasn't the reason, was it? That wasn't the real reason she got that divorce. Mr. DeWitt told me that you mentioned at a bar about a year ago that you'd been drinking.
Well, I'm not a drinker.
I never insinuated that you were. It's perfectly understandable that a man should go to a bar from time to time to have a beer. And I've done so plenty of times myself. Just so long as it doesn't consume a man, it's fine. When it didn't consume you, did it, Mr. James?
Absolutely not.
I did not think so. Do you remember what you told Mr. DeWitt at the bar about a year ago? You told him that Katie had left, that she had gone away for a time. You know what I think, Mr. James?
What do you think?
I think you suspect that Katie went off to the city, a real city, to be with a man.
I mean, there's not much to knowing that. What else is the woman got to run?
Exactly. Where did she go, Mr. James? Did she ever tell you?
No, she never said. Topeka, Kansas City, or I don't know.
She never told you.
Not until after my asking. Where have you been?
I was just visiting some family, Mark.
Kate left. You didn't even say goodbye.
Well, it was an emergency.
You could have left a note.
She did.
No.
Press sleep, Mark.
No, use the Lord's name in vain.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, okay? I had to leave, so I did, and I may have to again.
Why?
I've got some very sick relatives.
Six sense of humor is what you got.
All right, Mark, you listen up. You knew what I wanted out of life when you married me. God damn it, you weren't getting in the way of it.
She ain't quite a mouth.
She didn't always.
Did you get her?
I should.
But you didn't.
No, didn't have the heart to.
You didn't see her off on the 7th of this month. Correct.
Same answer. Didn't have the heart to.
Did you know where she's going?
No. Well, I mean, I was no stranger to her. Leaving without the pies, but no, it worried me this time. She took my son. He has my name.
All right. Mr. James, what I'm going to ask you now won't be listed in my final report to Mr. DeWitt. All the same, it's very important that you answer as honestly as you can. What do you think happened?
I think Katie left me to go be with a man in a big city and left me here to rock in Custard City alone.
I see. Mr. James, thank you very much. I'll be staying in Custard City in room number 6. Though I can't say I'll be in at all times. I'm continuing my investigation. If I'm not in, when you come up with some new information, slide it under my door and open it.
All right.
Good evening, sir. July 22nd, 1905. 8:14 p.m. The Custer City Inn, room 6. I spoke with Martin James today. He was resistant at first, but I got through to him. Took only a predictable bluff for him to have me in. Women are predictable, abandoning domesticity for the thrill of another man's arms. But men are even more so, assuming first and foremost that that is the only vocation to which a woman will flee. Still, James isn't without reason. Katie had no right to abandon her husband as she did, and her excuse was exceedingly flimsy. I have very good reason to doubt it. That being said, still there remains to be seen where she went. I visited the train station today as well, and inquired about the train she took, the one to Ripley, and on the 7th. A porter was able to tell me that that train stops in Weatherford and Clinton, between here and Ripley. So I may make an expedition out to one of those cities in the coming days. July 28, 1905, 1:20 p.m. Angelo's Bar in Clinton, Oklahoma. Ripley proved unsuccessful. Dandy Shepherd was off on business, so I had to move on. I stopped in Weatherford for 2 days, but no one there could remember seeing a woman and her baby get off the train. So the answer must lie here, in Clinton. I'm going to continue making inquiries, and I think I'll be able to call Dandy Shepherd today, which I shall attempt momentarily. Operator? Yes. Danny Shepherd of Ripley, please. Hello, Mr. Shepherd. Listen, I'm a private detective investigating a disappearance. disappearance of Katie DeWitt James. I'm wondering if you might answer a couple of questions for me. Good. To start, how long did you expect to wait for Katie at the station on the night of the 7th? Okay. And you certainly knew which train she was to be coming on. I see. Well, apart from Katie not being on that train, did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Okay. I see. Well, thank you for your time, Mr. Shepard. Yes, you too. Goodbye.
Excuse me, I couldn't help but hear that you mentioned Katie DeWitt on the phone.
Yes. Did you know her?
Oh, yes.
Ah,
I met her a few weeks ago. She and her son.
when?
It was very late on July 7th. It may have actually been very early in the 8th. I'm not quite sure, but it was one of the two. I keep a meticulous list of all my appointments.
So I see. Listen, I'm a private detective investigating disappearance.
Who disappeared?
Oh, Miss DeWitt,
Oh, yeah, I suppose that she did.
you seem to know more about this case than just about anyone I've talked to in the past week. with me today, I think we're leaps and bounds to catching up our Miss DeWitt James.
You think so?
I suspect so, yes.
Well, I don't think my testimony is anything. Besides, I am still it's better you're reading of us force.
Well, we're heading in force, Miss Norton. Just last.
Well,
Operator? Yes. Henry DeWitt, Custer City, please.
Hello?
Mr. DeWitt, Sam Bartell here.
Hello, Mr. Bartell. You bring good news?
I bring what may be the case we've been looking for. I'm in Clinton today, Mr. DeWitt, and I've just spoken to a woman named Fannie Norton. Did you know her?
No, I don't think so.
Did Mr. James know her?
Well, I can't say if he did or didn't.
I don't suppose he's available to answer that question.
Actually, he is. He came over to my house today, and we talked our pieces about Katie for a bit. And, well, he's still in my house.
Could I speak with him?
Yeah, sure. Martin, come over here for a second. Mr. Bartell, detective, is on the telephone. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Hello?
Mr. James, it's Sam Bartell. I'm wondering if you ever knew a woman named Fannie Norton. She lives in Clinton, but travels elsewhere.
No, never.
Excellent. We just pass the phone back to Mr. DeWitt, please.
Hello?
Mr. DeWitt, I'm going to return to Custer City as soon as I possibly can with this new piece of information and come to your house as soon as possible, provided it's not too late or too early.
Can't you just tell me over the telephone, Mr. Bartell?
I'm afraid not, sir.
All right. Is Katie all right?
Well, unfortunately, it's still too soon to know. I've merely uncovered a piece of evidence as to her possible whereabouts.
Well, see you tomorrow, Mr. Bartell.
See you tomorrow, sir. Miss Norton. Miss Norton. Miss Norton. Operator, yes, the Custer County Sheriff's Office, please. Hello, Deputy. I'd like to report a crime at the home of Fannie Norton in Clinton. No, sir. No, sir. No, she didn't appear to be breathing. Yes, I'll stay. Please hurry, sir. Goodbye. And the deputy determined that it was, in fact, a poison that Miss Norton did herself away with. I stayed at the scene to update him as to what had happened, as I was, it turned out, the last person she ever saw.
But did you see the type of suicide?
Well, yes and no. Human beings have a startling propensity to ask in the darkest part of themselves in the company of others. To the layperson, I'm sure she seemed perfectly good-natured and helpful. But I'm a private detective, and I can read palpable undercurrents of guilt and shame.
What does it mean for Katie?
Well, I'm afraid it's nothing more and nothing less than an admission of guilt. Miss Norton gave us her confession in the form of her death.
So you think Katie's dead?
Yes. Unless, by some miracle, I'm happily wrong about all of this.
But Mr. Bartell, why?
Miss Norton openly admitted that she worked as a prostitute. Well, she was best known around Clinton. She also freely stated that she traveled the big cities of the area, homes you could reach by train, Omaha, Topeka, Oklahoma City, Kansas City, Little Rock. Katie also liked to travel, didn't she? By her own admission, she was gone for days at a time. Now, Miss Norton's story about what happened that night she met Katie is not what I wholly believe, but it's not what I believed outright. I believe that somewhere, in one of the big cities of the area, Katie met a man. A man who was willing to wait for her while she broke ties with you, Mr. James. Now, why she wanted to do this, I cannot say. represent the patient, caring, and hard-working man any woman would be proud to call their own. But it wasn't enough for Kate, who unled to believe had something of a rebellious spirit. She can't go blaming herself for her actions. She meets this man, and they form a plan, a sort of escape. Kate gets to divorce you, Mr. James, then take herself and her son to Clinton. See, Kate knows that Danny Shepherd will be waiting for her in Brooklyn, so she also knows she's got to be off the train before then. And she is. She arranges with this person who she says she loves, that Clinton is to be their rendezvous. From there, they can take the roads out of Clinton, meet up with another railroad somewhere else, and take the train off to the metropolis, Kate met this man. And it was all going so well, too, until, for some reason, the Suitor didn't show up immediately. See, the way it looks from here, this man waiting for Katie knew Miss Norton from one of her trips up to his town. But he didn't bank on her being in tiny Clinton, Oklahoma. He recognizes Katie with Miss Norton, goes to the two of them, confronts Miss Norton, ready to take Katie away with him. Only Miss Norton is grown attached to this particular man. Not ready to see him run off with some other woman. She's also surprised and startled and unnerved to see this man from a far-off town in early county Hamburg in a home city. She reacts quickly and violently. Now this is where the story splits into two scenarios. In the first, Miss Norton dives for the tramp, the woman who she sees as taking this man away from her. That woman is killed. I regret to say that she ends up dead.
What about this other scenario?
Well, in the first story, this mystery man gets away. But in the second, Miss Norton, in her rage, gets to them both. Exactly. What is left to be proved is whether this case has any living witnesses.
We can still get out there.
The Suitor? Well, it's possible. Rest assured, the killer is caught. Better than caught, actually. Burning in the fires of hell for what she did to your daughter.
Are we sure?
Absolutely. Listen, I'm going to stop charging you for my services now. But I'm going to stick around Custom City to help you search for a body.
You don't have.
I want you. This case has hit particularly close to home for me. I think we do us all some good if things are okay. All right. You folks rest up now. I'll be staying at the hotel, of course. If I find any information, you'll be the first to know. Good evening. July 30th, 1905, 4:16 p.m. The Custer City Inn, room 6. Nothing more to report. August 14th, 1905, 6:42 p.m. The Custer City Inn, room number 6. Nothing more to report. August 21st, 1905, 9:14 p.m. The Custer City Inn, room 6. I was in Clinton today. The deputies found a bloody axe, discarded a distance from Miss Norton's property. It is yet to be seen how it was used. August 28th, 1905, 8:09 p.m. The Custer City Inn, room 6. Still nothing more to report. September 1st, 1905, 1:14 a.m. The Clinton Hotel, room 1. Last night, Katie's body was discovered. Telephone Mr. DeWitt. Come and identify him. He was here almost immediately. Mr. James made the trip also, but he refused to see the body. I think he started drinking. Mr. DeWitt quickly identified the body as Katie's.
Yes, that's her.
It wasn't pretty. She'd been decapitated with an axe. The axe, actually, the one they found. I saw the body. The girl had nice features. It was a shame she had to go. I think it's time I let September 3rd, 1905. 110, the 110 from Custer City to Topeka, somewhere outside of Oklahoma City. It's Sunday today, but I left before Mr. DeWitt had a chance to bring me to church with him again. They're holding Katie's funeral, but I've invested too much in this case already. Well, in the month and a half I spent in and around Custer City, never did feel quite like I belonged there. Partially, I suppose, because I didn't. I've always been a Topeka boy myself. It was where I was born, where I grew up, where I met my first love. It was where I met Katie, actually. Why, hello there.
Hi.
You look like you know this place. Why haven't I seen you here before?
Well, I'm actually just visiting.
Oh, really? Topega's lovely this time of year. So there isn't a time of year when it isn't. I have to ask though. You're not married, are you?
Oh, no.
Well, good. Can I buy you a drink?
I suppose so. One couldn't hurt.
And it did. Well, not just yet. We met like this a few more times. And each, it was lovelier and lovelier. And then, just like that, the unthinkable happened.
Sam, I have really more to tell you.
Anything.
Sam, I'm pregnant.
And it was the happiest day of my life. Suddenly, this carnal affection of mine blossomed into the possibility for a new life. And I wanted to be with Katie. I wanted to live with her, in a house, meet her family. She wouldn't let me go. She came up to Topeka at odd intervals, for days at a time, but I didn't know from where. Finally, I had to find out. I followed her one night. Watched her get on that train. The trailer onto it. That's when I first saw Custer City. I saw Katie. I saw her husband. I saw them all. I had no idea what to do. I rode those rails all the way to the end of the line, and all the way back to Topeka in a daze. A few weeks later, Katie came to me with her new son. I looked at that baby, and I loved him so much. I looked at Katie, and I hated her for being a liar in front of them. And she told me that she loved me, that she wanted to be with me. But already it was too late because the deed had been done. Still, I kept myself contained. I formed a plan. That story, the one I told Mr. DeWitt and Mr. James, wasn't wholly true, but it wasn't wholly a lie either. I had paid divorce Mr. James, to meet me in Clinton. I hid though, out of fear for what I was going to do next. Fannie Norton came along, ready to take Katie in. And just like that, the plan was set. All. That night, I threw little rocks at a window in Miss Norton's house. Katie came rushing out to embrace me. And after we walked a little ways off, she told me that she loved me. It was then that I slit her throat, because if she really loved me, she wouldn't have lied. It's okay. It's okay. A special padded and ventilated trunk allowed my son, Samuel Bartell Jr., never to be far from his father. I always wanted him to be close to me, so I can watch him grow up to be a better man than I am. This way, it never was. And it wasn't difficult to get Mr. DeWitt to contact me. And all it took for that was a single advertisement in Custer City's bi-monthly periodical. I was the only private investigator advertising in there, so of course I got the job. And then when I first spoke to Martin James, I didn't feel anger that it had been he with whom Katie had deceived me. All I felt for him was pity. See, he never lied to me. I've never been lied to. I continued then, planning an investigation, Then to sell it all with a convincing tale of Miss Norton's admission of guilt to Mr. James and Mr. DeWitt, based partially on my own sob story, and I was home free. I needed them to wait, only until the throes of August, when something would finally find the last piece of evidence that I left for them. Just a quick cut was all it would take to make it look like an act of brutal passion, which, if you think about it, is what it was. It was a way. All this could have been prevented. I could have known that Katie was lying to me when we first met. She could have never lied to me in the first place. Either would have worked. But I'm a detective. I should have figured it out sooner. Theo.